Jail time for pot. The city of Atlanta now one puff closer to decriminalizing marijuana. The full council will vote next Monday on an ordinance that would reduce the penalty to just a $75 ticket if you're caught with less than an ounce. Supporters say that the current law has put too many young African Americans in jail and ruined too many lives. Critics argue the new ordinance will encourage more people to smoke, vape, and bake.
All right, time to talk about the decriminalization of marijuana. Our think tank is with us, and let me introduce who we have tonight, because this is unbelievable. We've got Mayor Ted Terry from Clarkston. Why? Because Clarkston has already decriminalized marijuana. Also with us, Dr. Kendra King-Moman from Oglethorpe University. She's a professor of politics. Great to see you. And Greg Williams, he's an officer of the DeKalb GOP. He's a Republican. He's also the host of Greg's List podcast. Great to have you all here. What's really going on here? Is this step one towards legalization? Isn't that really the ultimate goal here?
I think what you're seeing actually is an end to the war on drugs. It's been going on for 35 years.
Who won?
And it ain't working. No one's winning. In fact, actually, I think what we saw in Clarkston is no increase in marijuana arrest. We didn't become a drug haven. We've had this ordinance on the books for almost 14 months now. And I think the people in our community have better relationships with the police because of it.
Well, here's one of my concerns, right? It's legal in Colorado, and this, I believe, is the first step towards all that. And you take a look at what's happening in Colorado, just some stats I'll throw up that I found. Fatal crashes involving marijuana up 153%. ER visits up 77%. Suspensions in schools, Professor, up 40%. Since they legalize, and I know decriminalization is one thing, sure, but this is legalization, and I think we're on that road, unless you disagree.
Well, I think here's the thing. When we look at what's happening around the nation in terms of the increase or the uptick with challenges related to it, I think even though we're on the path to legalization, I think we also have to consider what are the downsides of decriminalizing it. What happens when you're out with your family? You know, are you going to get a token high? You know, we were talking earlier, my husband and I, we lived in a building where our grandparents came to visit us, and they got a contact high. So there are some real challenges with this in the city where every day is an opening day. So are we going to every day is a smoking day?
Yeah, well, the real challenge for me is, you know, the use of resources. And I think cities like Atlanta have realized that minor amounts of quantities of drugs, you simply don't have the resources to put those people and prosecute them long-term in jail. The average cost per inmate per year is $24,000.
That's the part I don't understand. I was a prosecutor. I never remember sentencing anyone for possession of marijuana. But I think our viewers are agreeing with you. One of them sent us this because we asked people to send us videos. Take a look.
We should stop locking people up because they're found with a small amount of marijuana in their possession. It's a waste of taxpayers' money, the court's time, and of course it's a burden on that person.
I think you were talking to him before the show, weren't you?
Yeah, that's my cousin Jethro. He's from
and that's the same
Georgia.
thing that the city council member Kwanzaa Hall was saying today too. It's going to save taxpayers money, and you're going to end up putting less people in jail. And also, it's not going to ruin young people's lives who lose scholarships on account of this, and they can focus more on violent and serious crimes.
Absolutely.
Now, Mayor, you were talking about what's happening in your town. We put a poll up today and asked people, because of decriminalization, would you be more likely to smoke? Let's take a look at those results. And 43% are saying, yeah, they're going to smoke more if it's decriminalized. Is that what you want, Mayor?
Well, I think the ordinance that's being discussed is simple possession. And so using drugs in public, just like walking down the street, you know, drinking out of an open container, is against the law. I think that's not going to change. But the reality is that there's a disproportionate number of young people, non-white members of our community that are being arrested for
times more.
This victimless crime. And I think we should change that.
All right. We're going to continue talking. You guys aren't going anywhere.